Well, ladies and gentlemen, we've got a great call lined up for you today. This young man doesn't need any introduction, but does need one, because anybody that does much as he does, we always like to give them homage and just thank them for doing what they do. Not only his team, but be a blessing to all teams. And that's why I'm so glad he's on our call. So with that said, let me introduce our guest speaker. He is an influencer for ACN. He's a dad. He's a husband. He was a bartender. And not only that, from bartender to acting. And now he's an influencer for all of ACN, greater ACN around the globe. And I can't wait to hear what his message is today. He's been with us the whole month of February. We look forward to having him back in April, the 7th, 14th, 21st, and 28th, wink, wink, just before they go to Lake Tahoe. So we need him back to give us the road to Lake Tahoe. Without further ado, our dear friend, Regional Vice President, Mr. Dean Tarrolly.
What is up, Mr. Thomas? How you doing?
Good, sir. You see how I just pitched you for April already?
You know what? I was about to say, you guys, you're listening to a master. We haven't even talked about April, and he already put dates out there for me. I don't even know. I mean, we haven't even negotiated.
It's every Thursday, sir. I know, on the road to Lake Tahoe, we're going to call that.
Yeah, we have not even negotiated. So, man, I'm happy to be here. So you guys know, I start every call by just reminding all of you that I hope that you do not take Mr. Thomas for granted. The environment he's created, what he's done, having these calls every day, somehow putting up with me every other month for 2 years. I don't even know. I mean, shoot, you guys may know me better than my family. But I do have a couple things to go over with you. I'm getting blown up here. I have a couple things to go over with you, and hopefully it'll be helpful. But you guys, I would tell you, do not take the time, effort, energy, the experience that Mr. Thomas has for granted. I know he's very busy. He's got a lot going on, but he also wants to see people win. So if you reach out to him, whether it's through one of his leaders or directly to him, I know he's going to be there to help, because that's when you reach a certain level in any industry or any organization, probably one of the biggest rewards is being able to give back. And what you give back is based out of your experience. So, do this, don't do that. And don't take that time for granted. Don't take this environment for granted. So that being said, let's, so Mr. Thomas, thank you as always for all the kind words and your friendship and your coaching and everything. So
thank you, sir. Thank you.
You got it. So in February, we covered some stuff. Okay. Pretty interesting. I'm going through all my previous notes and the notes that I have for today. So what we covered at the beginning of the month was how people get paid a lot of money to be able to predict things, right? Stocks, crypto, business, real estate, sports, whatever. They get paid a lot of money to be able to predict certain things. And one of the things that we talked about was past performance is a great indicator of future results. So why is that so important in February? Well, if your past performance hasn't been where you wanted it to be, and you're continuing to relive that, there's very little chance that you're going to have great results. Now, if you look back and you find windows of time where you were succeeding, you should spend a minute there. Okay. You should spend a minute there. If you look back to times in your life, it could be in family, it could be in business, it could be at your work, it could be at sports, it could be at anything. And you remember where you were, what you were doing, what you were thinking. And, Efren Tejada, one of my mentors, says your state. What was your state when you were winning? What state were you in? How would you describe it? It's probably things like confident, unbeatable, aggressive, those feelings that you have when you're at the top of your game. So understand something. Your past performance is a very good indicator of future results. Okay, so we covered that. And then another thing that we covered was at the week after that, we talked about self-scouting, and that was leading into the Super Bowl. Well, self-scouting is important because if you can't self-scout yourself, if you can't look at what it is that you're doing and really break it down, now I'm talking about in terms of our ACN business. Look, you guys, please don't, at least not on my watch, don't go through the motions, man. Like, you got to self-scout yourself. What am I good at? What am I confident in? What am I not confident in? So you have to self-scout, and you got to be able to look at the things that you do in your ACN business and be able to elevate those things, right? That's the big theme with the company right now is elevating, right? Elevate, that's even the name of the event. Well, if you want to elevate your business, elevate your income, elevate your team, elevate your production, you have to self-scout. And then after that, what we talked about last week, which I think is important, and that is the art of simplicity, keeping things simple. Complicated, confused people do nothing. People who can understand a simple concept, a simple goal, a simple task, they have a very good chance, a very reasonable chance of accomplishing that task because it's simple. It's simple to understand. It is simple to execute. Now, you guys as leaders or up and coming leaders, I mean, it is your job to get good at simplifying what it is that needs to be done for that new person. You overwhelm them with a whole bunch of gigabytes, megawatts, download speeds, and the intricacies of this, that, and the other. I'm telling you, you're going to lose them. People don't feel that they have time for that. Does that make sense? Doesn't mean they don't have time for it. Their perception is that they don't have time for that. So that brings us to today. So we talked about how to predict your future, self-scouting, and simplicity. So here's the bulk of what I want to talk to you guys about today. So here goes. There's so many analogies to working out in ACN. I don't, whether you're working out or not, that's entirely up to you. I mean, I think it's pretty important, try to stay fit. You can have all the ACN in the world, but if you don't, if you're not taking care of yourself, we want you to be around to enjoy the fruits of your labor, right? We want you here. So here goes. Oh man, this is going to be, I don't know, Mr. Thomas. I don't know.
Well,
all right. So here's the thing. Familiarity breeds contempt. So what do I mean by that? We've heard that before. When you're too familiar with someone or something, it is easy to devalue the message or the messenger. Interestingly enough, I talk about that with Mr. Thomas all the time to you guys. I do. Don't take it for granted. So when you hear a message over and over and it becomes familiar, oh, here he goes again. I know it's coming. I don't need to be on these calls. Here's a big one. How about this? I've heard this before. Well, there might be a reason why you're hearing it. There might be a reason why you're hearing it. You guys, this is going to be a tricky conversation. There's a big difference, in my opinion. There's a big difference between hearing and listening. By the way, I know all the wives and moms on this call are like, hallelujah, thank God, someone's saying it, right? There's a big difference between hearing and listening. I hear you, but are you listening? Are you listening to the message? Are you listening to I hear it. Well, it becomes like white noise, just I hear it. Are you listening? So listen up. We've covered 3 main things this month, talking about how people can get paid a lot of money to predict the future, whether it's sports, business, whatever. Self-scouting, making sure that we can take account of what we're good at and what we're not good at and what we need to improve on, and keeping things simple. Well, now I've realized, so here's the big issue. In 2 years, I think this is one of the issues. So Mr. Thomas, permission?
Absolutely, sir. Absolutely.
Okay, so here's the deal, you guys. For those of you who are brand new, I just want you to sit back and listen to this. For those of you who've been around for a minute, this is really for you. And I've realized that it is very difficult for anyone in ACN or any business or any network marketing company to have a breakthrough until you make a decision internally to push yourself. It's not going to be Al pushing you. It's not going to be Dean Tarrolly influencer pushing you. That's an inside job. It has to come from you. And I've talked for 2 years to you guys about strategies and plans and little actions that can start to build and all kinds of things. Oh, Loveline's on here. Hey, Loveline. I want you to know something, Regional Vice President. I want you to know that when I'm saying to you guys to push yourself, I'm going to give you a real life example. That's something that happened to me in the gym this week. Okay. And freaking listen up, because this applies to you if you want your ACN business to happen. So when I say to push yourself, right? People hear that, but they don't listen. They hear it, but they don't understand the insane value that is created when someone takes an action or activity and they push themselves through. See, but here's the issue, you guys. If you don't push yourself through, I don't care if it's a customer level, the number of personal customer points you have, the number of people that you're peaking, getting better at the presentation, learning how to close, learning how to promote. Oh, by the way, there it is in my notes for today. Al Thomas, 224, peaking, presenting, closing, and promoting. Peaking, presenting, closing, and promoting. Peaking, presenting, closing, and promoting. What do we do in ACN? We pique someone's interest. We present the business. We close them either to get on the team or come to another event, and then we promote the events. That's it. That's it. So if you don't find a way to push yourself through whatever your barrier is to get better at those things, I'm letting you know that you've arrived at the penultimate place that you're going to get in ACN, because you're not pushing yourself through. So like I said, I have a real life example that happened for me out of the gym, and that's why I'm all about this right now. So what does it take for those of you that are listening and not just hearing me? What does it take to really push yourself to get to another level? I don't care if you're an ETL on this call wanting to go regional coordinator. I don't care if you're a regional coordinator wanting to go regional director, or you're a regional director on here wanting to one day become a regional vice president. Okay. So let me explain. Okay. In order for you to do this, there has to be a willingness inside to push through challenges, obstacles, and here's a big one: your personal belief, right? Your personal belief. You have to push through that. And that's sometimes where we talk about things like borrowing the belief of the leader that you are working with. Where sometimes if you don't believe, you have to borrow the belief of the person that you are working with. Okay. And you have to lean on that person, and that person has to allow you to lean on them. I know Mr. Thomas has done that his whole career in ACN. So what happens is this: when you take an opportunity like ACN and you have leaders out in the field that will teach you how to build this, and they give you an action plan. They will practice the basics that are required. They will show you a path that they've already taken. You guys, your job is to show up and push through. You can write that down. Your job is to show up and push through. What does that mean? It could be a barrier of learning something. I'm not a technical person. Who said you had to be technical? I'm not a salesperson. Who said you had to be a salesperson? Why are you coming up? Hang on, let's see here. You know, like, no, you're creating those obstacles in yourself. I mean, I've looked at the rep agreement. Nowhere on there does it say check this box and you're only allowed to join if you have sales experience. Nope, it doesn't say that. It doesn't say you can hit submit on your application only if you've done network marketing before. It doesn't say that. It doesn't say any of those things. So one of the reasons why people have business coaches, athletic coaches, even personal growth coaches, like that coach should be able to take someone from where they are to where they want to get. Part of the problem is some of you guys haven't decided where you want to go in ACN. And by the way, that can change, but you guys, hard to hit a goal that you haven't set. And then you end up, that's part of why I talk to you guys week after week. Then when I'm on this freaking call with you guys, it's like, please have a goal that you're going for. Have something that you're shooting for. Don't go bowling without pins at the end of the alley. There's no payoff. You roll a ball down the alley. It's boring. Have a goal. And once you have that goal, you need to stretch and push to get it. And this push part, you guys, I'm telling you, when you really embrace what I'm going to show you and share with you, it makes all the difference. You know, Greg Provenzano used to say, you know, like 90% of the difference comes from the last 10% that you give, where you don't think you have any more to give. Well, that's somebody pushing. So, oh man, the dogs are going crazy. The mailman must be here. So, peaking, presenting, closing, and promoting. So I was at the gym and I told a leadership group this yesterday, and I'm going to settle into this story because I think it has everything to do with ACN, and we'll see if you agree or not. I mean, it doesn't matter if you agree or not, but we'll see. Okay. So, a couple years ago, by the way, are you all with me right now or no? Are you hearing me or are you listening? I hope you're listening. Okay. So a couple years ago, I was at the gym, I was at LA Fitness before the pandemic, and I'm, you know, trying to get myself in shape. I'm trying to lose some weight and, you know, see if I can actually get a 2-pack, maybe one day a 4-pack. And who knows, that going on 57 would be crazy if I got a 6-pack. That'd be nuts. But I didn't at the time. And I ran. That's Julian, you're proof. Julian is proof you can do it. Look at that guy. He had to create a whole new wardrobe. He lost half of his body, for those of you who remember Julian. Anyway, so let me tell you, I'm at the gym and I run into an ACN rep, and she's a trainer and she's great. And we're talking, and I'd see her at the gym, and she goes, so what are you trying to do? And I said, I'm trying to, you know, like a lot of us, right? I'm trying to want to lose this weight, and I want to, you know, get a little sculpted and whatever. And she goes, okay. I said, yeah, man, I've been going at it for a while, and I know I got to watch my diet, and I'm not that great, and I know I got to do this and do that. And she goes, okay, I got something for you. I said, okay, what is it? And she points over at the piece of equipment, and I'm like, nah. She goes, come on. was like, come on, no way. She goes, come on. I'm like, all right. So she takes me over to the Stairmaster. Now, I don't know if y'all have ever been on a Stairmaster before. Okay. I'd been going to the gym for, listen up. I'd been going to the gym for years. I'd never been on a Stairmaster. So I get over to the Stairmaster and I go, well, what should I set it at? And she gives me the speed or whatever, like 5, level 5, whatever. And she goes, guys, she goes, let's see if you can do 10 minutes. And I look and I go like this, 10 minutes? What are you, 10 minutes? No problem. 10 minutes? Got this. She goes, okay. I said, for sure. And she goes, okay, I'll check back with you. Well, I did 10 minutes and I was like this. I was gonzo. I couldn't believe it. Right? Couldn't believe it. Well, she got me hooked on the Stairmaster. I'm going to tell you guys something. For anybody is it worked out, if you have not been on a Stairmaster, I'm telling you, there's a reason why they work. It is an unbelievable workout. Anyway, so what did I do? 10 minutes. The next time I got on, 10 minutes. The next time I got on, 13. Then the next time I got on, 13. Then the next time I got on, 15. And over the course of a year, I can now get on the Stairmaster, no joke, and I can do an hour. I have my phone, I'll watch a TV show, I'll listen to personal development, I'll watch, I'll do an hour on the Stairmaster. So the reason I'm sharing this with you is because I had something that was unfamiliar to me and I had to find little victories, little wins, but I kept going. I pushed. But now I got a crazy example of what happened to me 2 days ago. And I have something visually to show you from it. So because of the pandemic and all this stuff, I'm not at LA Fitness anymore because it's in LA County, blah, blah, blah. I'm over at the 24-hour fitness here in Burbank. So something happened by accident the other day. I'm on the Stairmaster and I set my level to 5 and I was going to go for a half an hour. Okay. Actually 31 minutes and 31 seconds, but that's another story. Anyway, about a half an hour. So check this out, you guys. I set the speed to number 5, to the whatever 5, you get it. And now I don't go at 5 for like the whole 30 minutes. I go at 5 for like the first, listen up, for about the first 5 to 7 minutes. And then for the bulk of the 30 minutes, I set the speed to 7 for the bulk of the 30 minutes. And then when I get to minute 28, I set it to 10 for 3 minutes. Now, listen up. I changed my baseline speed from 5 to 7 for the majority of the time I'm on the Stairmaster. At the end of it, I crank it up to 10. So I'm on level 10 for the last 3 minutes. So now here's what you need to know. The Stairmasters don't go past level 10 at 24-hour fitness. Because then, once in a while, I try to be a little frisky, see if I can get to 11. Right, like the movie. Right, let's see if I can crank it to 11. Right, so, but it didn't. It only goes to 10. So I'm gonna show you guys something. So here is. Whoops! Hang on one second. Let me show you this and hang on. It's coming. Stand by. Okay, perfect. Here we go. Check it out. We were right here. Let you guys know I was thinking about you yesterday. So this thing happened to me 2 days ago. Okay. 2 days ago, this happened. Here goes. 2 days ago, this happened. This was yesterday because I knew I wanted to duplicate what happened 2 days ago. I wanted to duplicate it so I could share this with you. And by the way, you can see me there. There I am. Like there's a little reflection. Level 7. I'm at level 7 on the Stairmaster. Okay. I want you to visually see this. So you guys remember what I told you is when we get to level 7 and I get to the end, the last couple minutes, what do I crank it up to? 10. Check it out. 10. So there I am. And by the way, I think this is very interesting. Notice that the number's a little blurry because I'm literally doing the steps while I'm trying to take the picture to share with you guys. Level 10. Okay. So 2 days ago, here's what happened. I inadvertently hit the speed button on the hand rest. I didn't do it on purpose. Listen up. I didn't do it on purpose. My hand hit the speed button. My thumb hit it. And let me show you what happened. Level 14. And I looked at the thing and I'm like, oh my God, level 14. And I did level 14 for 90 seconds. No, I did it for a minute the first day. And then yesterday I did it for just over a minute. Let me tell you why this is so freaking important for you guys to know, in my opinion. First of all, isn't it funny that level 10 was all blurry? Look at how crystal clear 14 is. I don't know how that happened, but whatever. Why do I share with you? I want you to remember level 14. I did not have a goal to get to level 14 because I didn't think the machine would go there. But for whatever reason, it did. And what did I have to do once the machine went to level 14? What did I have to do? What's the word? What did I have to do? I had to push. I had to freaking push. I had to push. I wasn't going to let that freaking machine beat me. No way. I'm going to push through. And let me tell you something. When I was done with that minute, by the way, I almost slipped and fell off. The stairs are going so freaking fast. I'm at the end of 30 minutes. I wasn't planning on going to level 14 because I didn't think there was a level 14. But I had to push through it. And let me tell you how I felt when I was done. I was wiped out. That machine stopped. My legs were shaking. I don't know if you've ever been there, but I literally had to take my hand. It was crazy. I was soaked. But I won. So if you guys can understand that the world, the environment, sometimes, there's no mistakes, right? But sometimes things just happen that allow you to push through. You guys you gotta be open and willing to push through whatever it is that you're going through. You got to be willing and decisive and directed to push through. Maybe you weren't planning on peaking someone today. You need to you need to peak 5 people and prove to yourself by the end of the day that you piqued the interest of 5 people. Doesn't matter if they're into it or not. Doesn't even matter if they want to look. You piqued 5 people. You guys, please, for your ACN business, and most importantly, for who you are inside, you need to move your ACN business from theory to fact. You need to move from theory to fact. I'm thinking about doing this, or I'm going to do that. I'm going to travel to this event. I'm going to go to that event. And I'm going to, you guys, let's get you some action and push through so you can accomplish something that maybe you never thought you were capable of doing. Let's push through so you can accomplish something that you maybe never thought you were capable of doing. And I will tell you this, and Mr. Thomas did mention this. I think one of the greatest environments to do that is at our Lake Tahoe leadership. I'm telling you guys right now, you want to push through, ask anybody that's been on this call, that's been to that leadership. They will tell you. I don't have to tell them what to say. I know what they'll tell you. You guys, I'm letting you know that I believe 100% champions are born out of there. We're going to have a couple people that could be promoted to regional vice president coming out of the Lake Tahoe leadership, whatever it is, May 4th, 5th, and 6th. That in that first week. There you go. Catherine missed it. Kristen Rose, don't miss it. Zoe, fire. You guys, I'm telling you right now. So if anybody has interest, I'm going to put my email address in the chat here and you guys can take it down. I know that Al mentioned it. Hey, Al, I got a deal for you. It should go something like this. I'll come and do I will do it'll be over 2 years of months if you come to Tahoe.
I'm looking at the days, 4th, 5th. That's a Wednesday, Thursday.
We travel up on Wednesday and it's training on Thursday and training on Friday.
Thursday and Friday.
Right, but it's travel up on that Wednesday.
Travel Wednesday. Travel. What, and you start Thursday, what time? 9 in the morning?
Yeah, it'll be like 9 to 9 or 9 to 7 on that Thursday, and then Friday 9 to 1.
Friday 9 to 1.
Yep.
And Thursday is from what time again? I'm sorry.
9 to 9.
9 to 9?
Yeah. Either 9 to 6 or 9 to 9. But there'll be breaks in there and all that.
Gotcha.
All right, go ahead, Mr. Thomas. What were you going to say?
It's in my book.
Okay, cool. So check this out, you guys. No joke. Here's the deal. It's 2 people per room, 2 beds, 2 registrations, 2 people per room, hotel, registration, resort fees, everything, $400. So it's $200 per person, and it covers room, resort, the fees, the booklets, the training, everything combined. So I'm just letting you guys know. So now you know, and I'm telling you ahead of time, there's a handful of rooms left. No other leaders have rooms. I'm the only one with rooms now because the event already sold out from the last one. I have a block of rooms, and because I've been doing there, yeah, Mr. Clemens is already booked. So there you go. You guys, I'm telling you right now, that's how to do it. And you'll see it. You'll see it when we're there. I'm not, try to describe what an apple tastes like. I don't know. You got to bite it. Exactly. Try it. Watch what happens. And watch where your business is by the time you get to the 4th of July. Watch where your business is by the time football season kicks off, because you did what we said and you applied the things that you learned at the Lake Tahoe leadership. So I'm just letting you know.